What they're doing now is they are referring this to their terrorism people so they can look into the Tate some more. Dude, I love it. I love it, dude. Every move these guys make is gonna get investigated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see these guys. I want to see them fucking in jail, boss. Right? Look at that shit. There they are, two brokies. They're brokies, dude. Dude, they have as many Bugattis as I got. Isn't that wild? Dude, Andrew and Tristan Tate have the same number of Bugattis that I have. 0. There was a story that came out in The Independent and on LBC, and this is big. It says, Andrew Tate and brother Tristan reported to Counter-Terror Police over Russian propaganda video. So essentially what happened was Andrew Tate and Tristan went to Russia and they did some videos with some Russian military guys, okay? In front of a tank. They were at a shooting range, but they were all dressed up in like fatigues and shit, and they were hanging out with fucking Russian military officers, and they made this video. Now, we don't know, whatever, if the video was just more of their hyperbolic bullshit, like maybe it was. But nonetheless, there are issues with UK citizens interacting with Russian military. That they have some, like, they have a counterterrorism group in the UK that investigates this kind of shit, because it's a big no-no for UK citizens to be commiserating with the Russian, you know. Dude, this shit is wild. So here's the image of them. It says, Tate brothers referred to counter-terror police over alleged Russian propaganda clip. Okay, the footage posted during their June visit to Russia was presented online as military training and shows the pair surrounded by men in military-style uniforms as they are instructed through various exercises. Dude, I love the imagery. I love it. Dude, I want to see these guys go to prison so bad, dude. Andrew and Tristan have been referred to Counter-Terrorism Police, all right, because they're the fact that they did this, if they were actually interfacing with the Russian military, it could be a breach of British foreign influence laws. There was a 40-minute video posted online where Andrew and Tristan, they go to Russia. Okay, they're visiting iconic landmarks like the Kremlin, Red Square. They play chess, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I guess they made jokes about George Floyd, and they flex their wealth that we now know is astroturfed, and a lot of it is fake. The longest segment of the video shows Andrew and Tristan dressed in military-style camouflage and body armor, wearing helmets, hearing and eye protection, and in several clips, Russian flag patches as they take part in a series of battlefield-style activities at a training ground in Russia. Okay? Dude. I mean, they're gunning for them, which I love, dude. I love this. Like, screw the Tates, dude. I love it. Let them gun for these guys. I want to see these guys go down. I love that their asshole behavior is just like catching up to them. I mean, these guys for years have just been shitting on people, right? They have been shitting on people, and they have been bragging about all their crimes, about, like, you know, trafficking women and graping them and abusing them and taking their money and, you know, physically harming them and manipulating them and, you know, laundering money through casinos and working with the mob and this, that, and the other. And now they're on the run. Now that all these charges are stacking up, they're like, oh, wait, no, I'm Top G, the hyperbolic character. I didn't mean any of that. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean any of that. Oh, I'm not Top G. I'm just 𝗙𝗎𝗄 Tate. My name is 𝗙𝗎𝗄 Tate, and I play chess, and I don't do anything really. I smoke hookah, and I hang out with my bros, and we mostly just watch the Hub, and massage each other's feet, right? Oh, don't hurt me. I'm not a pimp. Oh, I'm really just 𝗙𝗎𝗓 Oh. Dude, he is so awkward. But, dude, did he rent the girl, too? You know he did. Dude, Tate, 𝗙𝗎𝗋𝗆, oh. Yo, Andy, political punk here. Emery Andrew Tate. How you doing, little buddy? How's jail? Yeah. Oh, how's the commissary? Oh, no commissary. You get yourself some top ramen? Top G? Did the character you play on the internet, Top G, did he get some top ramen at the little jail store? Huh? You freak? Dude, we're laughing at you. Found out that you don't got no Bugattis. What color's your fucking rented Hyundai? You fucking dink. Now we're looking at pictures of you and this girl in Russia. You probably rented her too, didn't you? Huh? You and Tristan? Top G's got nothing. You're a brokey. Dude, you're a brokey. You're a brokey with a camel toe. Fuck you. Bye-bye. You're going to prison. Oh, dude. Dude, I mean, how satisfying is it, guys? Right? How satisfying is it that he is a loser? But, dude, yeah, look at his body English. He's like, the girl's over here, and he's like leaned the other way. He's like, it's like he's afraid he's going to get cooties. And she's looking at him, and he's just like, yeah, having my arm around like not a guy with baby oil on his chest has me a little freaked out, right? Dude, it's a clown world. So here we go, right? It says a counterterrorism policing spokesperson said any allegations relating to possible terrorism or national security related offenses are passed to officers within counterterrorism policing who will assess the details and take any further action as appropriate. And they do not comment. So now they're being investigated. Okay, they're being investigated by the counterterrorism group. We know they're piss poor. We know they're brokies. We know they're clowns. We know they got no money. We know that, oh, dude, there's him in the flamethrower. Dude, look at him, bottom G. Dude, it is so satisfying. I agree. It's so satisfying knowing that these guys are getting clowned. A representative for the brothers told LBC their visit to Russia was private and personal, adding they received no payment, compensation, financial assistance, or direction from the Russian state, and that they did not deliver any Russian government talking points. The Tory MP told LBC it's quite clear that when the Tate brothers traveled to Russia, they were part of some kind of junket for essentially Putin apologists and useful idiots. They were pumping out Russian propaganda. There was no question about it. Now, dude, there's been a lot of like Russian propaganda going on, okay? Like you have the Tates going over there. We know Trump and Russia are like, oh my God, they're like a double helix of gay sex with each other. Dude, Trump kisses Putin's ass so hard. Like there's got to be a P tape or a Russian teenager tape or something. Like right? And then, dude, OAN, there's a bunch of Russian propaganda. Tim Pool and Dave Rubin and Benny Johnson. I mean, all of this Russian propaganda that was going through Lauren Chen and the tenant media. And I mean, we don't know how much of this is paying into people like Laura Loomer. Candace Owens even went to Russia recently. Remember Tucker Carlson's obsession with Russia? Remember? Dude, you think Natalie Harp, is she a Muscovite? She could be, boss. I mean, there are a lot of like Republican congressmen that kept going to Russia too. Fucking Rand Paul, didn't he go to Russia? Yeah, he went in 2018. Yeah, he went to Russia in 2018, dude. All of these guys, dude. Dude, Tucker was like obsessed. I mean, I would not be surprised if Natalie Harp was like working for a foreign government. I would not be surprised, dude. Dude, Trump is like beholden, especially after Trump got into office. there was a 5-year period where a lot of right-wing Republican guys were taking trips to Russia. And it felt like it was connected to Trump, right? I swear to you, they're like Putin, Putin and Netanyahu both have like some very damaging shit on Donald Trump, okay? He absolutely does. Those two guys, I mean, Trump has basically filleted Putin, you know? They got very damaging shit. Dude, Kushner is so crooked, guys. And I mean, they were all into Deutsche Bank, and Epstein had a lot of money in there. And so, I mean, now with crypto, you don't know how many of these guys are in bed. Now with Trump, it goes way back, like long before he was a presidency, because guys, with Trump, I don't know what he was doing, but he was, you know, connected to Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, who was heavy in with like Israeli intelligence. That was back in the 80s. Okay. But then, you know, Kushner was family friends, his dad, with Netanyahu. Okay. So they're tied in with the Mossad set too. Trump was laundering money for Russians. Okay. He was, guys. He did this. That was how Trump and Epstein had this big falling out over that property. Because Epstein was trying to buy this palatial estate in Palm Beach. And then Trump undercut him and he bought it for $45 million. But he didn't have $45 million bucks. Nobody would give him that money. There was a Russian guy, 𝗙𝗵𝗡, who, like, Trump took 𝗙𝗵𝗡's money and bought the property out from under Epstein. And then 2 years later, Trump sold it to 𝗙𝗵𝗡 for like $100 million. Like, he bought it with this guy's money and then sold it to that Russian guy for like almost 3 times the profit. Like 2 years later, dude. It was insane. It was one of the craziest, like, wide out in the open, like, money exchanges that anybody had ever seen. I don't know how this shit goes by under the radar. They're so crooked. I mean, because after a while, nobody would loan Trump money because he would always file bankruptcy or default on his shit. And so Deutsche Bank and some of those like weird like oligarchs and whatever, that was the only way they could get money. And now that's why I'm not surprised they went into crypto, okay? Because crypto, now they can just launder money for eternity, man. Live from New York, it's Political Punk! Oh! Dude, let's go. Yo, Political Punk here. I know, it's killing me. Seriously, guys, if you like what we do around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn those noties on. And I wouldn't be anywhere without the members. So if you want to hit the join button, we really appreciate that too. Thank you so much, guys. It's getting crazy out there, and I'm just really glad to not be going through this alone. All right? All right, keep your chin up. Let's go, boss. All right, fuck you. Bye-bye.